True FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. This station rules the nation. True FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia.
Good morning, folks. Thursday morning. Indeed, this is the TBS, the True Breakfast Show. 961, the heart and soul of Liberia. What a pleasant way to say good morning. Good morning to the 15 counties in the land and breath of the Republic of Liberia. When you wake up in the morning, dear God, thank you for the gift of life, man. Waking up this morning, it takes the gift and glory of God. And this is what I'd like to say. Good morning. Let's have a great time serving you breakfast for now. Straight up to 10 o'clock this morning. Oh, yes. And I'm driving through a very free traffic. And of course, all is now calm in the nation's capital, Monrovia. If you're thinking you're in Nimba, you're in Lofa, you're in Grand Kidman County, you're in Bapolo, you're in Mangibi, what is happening in Monrovia? I can say it's all okay. But good morning. The love of liberty matters here. Let justice be done to all. Veteran politician, economist, Togbanan Tipota says, let justice be done to all men. But good morning. Let's take our morning motivation right here on the TBS 961, the heart and soul of Liberia. One who condemns evil is just as guilty as the one who perpetrated it. My fellow Liberians, let's maintain the peace we enjoy over the years. AFL, LMP. One who condemns evil is just guilty as the one who perpetrated it. Liberians all have. Let us find a peaceful solution to the no-go zone, to the tussle between the police and the AFL. Bobby Blee Addison with our morning motivation this morning. We're not waking up this morning with the tension from last night up to this morning. But I'd like to say good morning to the head of state, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, His Excellency, the President of Liberia, President Joseph Human Boykai. Good morning to you. It's good you wish your leaders well. Is the president in charge? Yes, of course he's in charge. Good morning, folks. My name is O'Neill. This is O'Neill Roberts. I'll be joined by my co-host Charlotte Marka Davis. We're going to have your breakfast straight up to 10 o'clock this morning. Our son had his life to the body. And you know what? Everything that kills the bones. Yes, good morning. Let's see what we have this morning. Before joining difficulty with the lineup, with his help, normally Marka will do the lineup, but he's be very, very soon. But let's Charlotte will have health tape with difficulty for 6 minutes. David's going to fill us in with our health tape. Then we'll bring in the review of the papers, what's making news from the local dailies. I'm seeing bulk of the papers have the same with the clash of the AFL and the police last night. But there are some local dailies who have already printed. But we'll bring in the review of the paper, what's making news, right after the health tape with David Coty. Then, as part of our studio chat this morning, we'll call on the LMP to settle with the cyclists ahead of the planned protests. I think I heard from John Keon yesterday. We got a different side of it. We'll call it on the police to please settle with the cyclists. There's a division in the motorcyclists. Yes, we'll talk about that this morning. AFL and police tussle. What is happening with the smooth coordination? That's the question we're asking. What's happening with the smooth coordination within the security apparatus? We'll talk about that this morning. The Ministry of Health has been accused of conflict of interest in building procedures. We'll talk about that also. Fire on RIA runway. This information I've been hearing for almost 2 weeks now. We're going to talk about that. Fire on RIA runway burned down the DVOR equipment that is used for directions in landing of the plane. Why there is no good operator at the fire service truck at the RIA. We'll also talk about that this morning. Multi-choice of Africa blocked DSTV Liberia. Those of you who subscribe to DSTV, Multi-choice have blocked DSTV Liberia. We're going to talk about that this morning. And also, Robert Calais, the deputy at the Liberia Business Registry, has turned the business registry into an immigration center. People struggle to get common business registration form at the LBR. Robert Calais have now turned the business registry into immigration center, meaning you fill out forms, more than 2-3 pages, just to get a common ordinary business registration form. We'll talk about that this morning. Then 8:20 to 8:30, we'll bring you talk to your leader segment. What's on your mind? We talked this morning. I'm sure you're going to take up more of the clash with the police at the AFL this morning. Yes, we'll talk about that. 8:30, we'll bring on former representative candidate of district number 6, Milton Yoko. We'll sit with us as we'll talk about the Sackless Plan protest. Yes, we'll talk about that this morning. Milton of District 6 will be with our guest this morning. That runs until 9:10. We'll bring you sports entertainment commercial brought to you by Orange and, of course, Echo Bank. The Pan African Bank is proud to be associated with the TBS. Then 9:15 to 10 o'clock this morning, Reverend Jerry Kula. Reverend Jerry Kula of the newly formed the Global Methodist Church. The Global Methodist Church are breaking away for United Methodist Church. Reverend Jerry Kula will sit with us this morning from 9:15 up to 10 o'clock and tell us about his institution. Why the Global Methodist Church is no more under the United Methodist Church. I mean, when I made a post last night, I'm seeing church members from the United Methodist Church all around the country. It's so much interesting. How many of you have now gone on the Global Methodist Church instead of the United Methodist Church? We'll talk about this morning. So, Gerald Kula will join with us from 9:15 until 10 o'clock this morning, right here on the TBS. 961, the heart and soul of Liberia. In the midst of all what we do, the country first. We can't trade the country for anything else. Well, let's bring you health tip with David Quinty. David's going to fill us in right now with the health tip right here on the TBS. Good morning to all of you viewing online. All you have to do is just give us a share. Those of you watching on our Facebook page, give us a share. We appreciate that this morning. David Quinty is going to fill us in with our health tip. Abbas, good morning.
Abbas, good morning to you, and I'll be very quick so that we don't go against time again today. I'm repeating what I started yesterday because there was no time. You had other issues to do. Men, take care of your prostate before it is too late. Prostate enlargement, medically known as benign prostatic hyperplasia, and prostate cancer, our topic today. This issue, these two diseases have killed thousands of people around the world, including the 18th president of Liberia, William Viesta. He died from complications from pneumonia following a prostate surgery. That was in 1971, July 23rd. Prostate enlargement and prostate cancer have the same symptoms. They have the same. But I'm going to tell you how you will know that it is cancerous. These are the signs and symptoms of prostate cancer and prostate enlargement. They have the same signs. It's confusing there, but you get to know when it is cancerous. Number one, increased frequency to urinate or pee plenty throughout the day. Normally, you may urinate in your home in the morning, maybe at your workplace one more time, but if this thing is frequent, every minute you won't go pee, every minute you won't go pee, you need to check your prostate. But let me make this clear. Frequent urination can also be as a result, excuse me, a result of diabetes. When you have diabetes, you can also pee plenty. So let me make that clear. Or if you drink plenty of water most of the time, it can happen. But check yourself always. Number two, increase urgency. On PP join you, if you don't rush quickly, you PP in your closet. Number three, waking up at night to PP. When you wake up anytime in the night to go PP, go and check yourself. Four, hesitancy. Waiting for a while before you pee. Now, you want to pee pee, but when you go to pee pee, you take up you roll down your zipper, you stand there for a little while, before the pee pee can come. You gotta go check yourself. Number five, pull string, no power. When you go to pee pee, it's supposed to go, a little long, far from you. But when you start dropping on your shoes, call that pull string, go check yourself. Number six, dribbling. On your pee pee, or urinate, you think you are finished. You put your penis back in your briefs. Small start to drop. Small people start to drop there. It's dangerous. Go and check it. So they call it dribbling. Number eight, urinary retention. All right. There's one here you got to be careful, especially when you are not urinating at all, or when you go to urinate after sitting for 20-25 minutes, only a small drop can come. Be careful. It's called retention. Be careful. And that happens when the prostate has doubled or tripled. Like I told you before, your prostate is about the size of a walnut, but it can get bigger as you get older. And there are other factors too that we'll talk about another time. I can make it bigger. But age is one of the main risk factors. So when you are 40 years old and above, start checking your prostate. It's important. This is one. This one needs medical attention, especially when it starts, when you can't pee pee at all. It means that your bladder is getting full. And when the bladder gets full and you can't pee pee, that's another problem. So this particular one requires surgery, where doctors will put a pipe through your penis over on your bladder so that the pee pee can come out. There are some people in a white people country in Liberia who are walking around with pee pee bags. Okay? Now, how does it become cancerous? Now, when you, as I said, they have the same signs and symptoms. But when you see these other signs, these other things happening, then you should know that it is a cancer. Because prostate cancer is different from prostate enlargement. Both of them are life-threatening. Both of them can kill. So, when you start to have night sweat, excessive sweating during sleep, you're sleeping in the night, you're not feeling warm, but you're just sweating. Even if you have air conditioning in a house, in a room, you're still sweating. Night sweat, that's a sign of cancer. Number two, blood in your urine. You see blood coming from your pee-pee. My friend, be careful. That's prostate cancer. Number three, blood in your semen. All right. You got to be very careful. That's a sign of cancer. And number four, unintentional weight loss. You know, when you are fat or big and you're taking steps to reduce by doing more exercise, by not eating too much, you are taking steps. But if you're not taking any steps at all, you just get it dry. My friend, go and check yourself. Remember this. Drinking water every morning is good because when you sleep, you lose water naturally. And how do you lose water? Through sweating, through breathing, through evaporation from your skin, and that is natural. You will not see it coming, but it can happen. And through bathroom visits. You go to the bathroom, you go to pee. You lose water. So in the morning, it's very important that you drink water every morning. I do it right here. 2 of the small bottles, sometimes a big one. But when you're drinking, do it sip by sip. Because water is medicine. You got to get a medical benefit. You don't just grab one bottle of water or one bag, put in your mouth, full of your stomach. No. Then you're not going to have benefit. You do it sip by sip, small. I'm not saying you should take 1 hour on one bottle. No. Now, the next thing is, before you drink the water in the morning, don't brush your teeth. The saliva in there is also medicine. They can help to do a lot of things in the stomach, the digestion, and so on. So drink before you brush your teeth. Thank you very much for the time, and have a good day.
Thank you, David. Thank you so much. No. No. Come on. Marka will be here very soon. Yeah. Don't worry about that. He'll be very soon. We were just covering the AFL and the police clash last night. That's all. Yes. Yeah, he'll be here very soon. Right. All right. Okay. I get it. All right. So let's get a review of the paper. Difficulty with the health tip is a regular feature right here on the Breakfast Show. Not only on Tuesdays and Thursdays, the papers are now out with more production, but let's have a review of the few papers we have in our possession this morning. Yes, welcome to the review of the lookup daily. Let's start out with the Independent. The Independent is on a newsstand for $50 The front page of the Independent, 2025 budget recast loans as public sector investment projects and face funding constraints. Well, the Minister from Finance, Gafwan, is captured here on the front page of from the Independent. You can grab a copy and read the rest of the story. Senator Banning takes issue with President Boykai. What is it? James Banning is the Maryland County Senator. Is captured here. Grab a copy. Let's go to the back page. The back page here from the Independent. Boykai defends first year performance, calls it groundwork to economic stability. Well, just like Jibon Boykai is captured here on the back page of the Independent. You can grab a copy and read the rest of the story. Liberia unveils fifth OGP National Action Plan. It's a sub-lead story here, Minister. Talk about others. Advocates for good governance is captured here on the back page from the Independent. Grab a copy. Thanks so much, Sam O'Dane, for the papers this morning. Let's move on to the Inquirer. Yes, the Inquirer newspaper, also on the newsstand for $40 Liberian. Embarrassing showdown. This is what captured on the front page of the Inquirer. Well, a soldier disciplined police officer. Oh, soldier disciplined police officer. Well, it's not a good one. The IG is captured here of the LMP. The AFL chief of staff is also captured on the front page of the Inquirer. Grab a copy. Liberia launches fifth open government partnership. It's a sub-lead story on the front page of the Inquirer. Grab a copy. Gafwan struggles to defend budgetary allocations as Senate questions. US 374 for K Power in fiscal year 2025 budget. Well, the Minister of Finance is right here. Let's go to the back page. Where is the back page? The back page of the Inquirer. UMU board relieves President Gono orders. Why? What is happening with the United Methodists? Well, it's on the back page from the Inquirer. Grab a copy, read the rest of from the story this morning. Marka is taking a brief out this morning. You want to take one more minute? Yes, let's get up with the news. Send an in-flight this morning. I mean, the 220 flight. The newspaper. Derek Cody say something happened to you because of don't leave your transport, but I know that liquor talk. Yes, the newspaper ruling reserve in motion to drop charges against corrupt ex-official. Well, this is Zamatwe, the former Minister of Finance, is captured here on the front page of the newspaper. Ruling reserve in motion to drop charges against corrupt ex-official Zamatwe. Whenever I see Zamatwe, I will see this guy Aloysius Howe with him. Yeah. Suspicious dealing. It's a sub-lead story here on the front page of the news. Suspicious dealing in national budget. Senate checks. The Senate seeks clarity on K Power. What is K Power? The pro tem is captured here. Youngly is here. Grab a copy. If you don't know what is the K Power, grab a copy of the news and read the rest of the story. Let's go to the back page. The back page of the newspaper. Stakeholders dialogue on resource accountability is captured here on the back page this morning. LDA distances itself from Fadiga AFL saga. Hey, something happening in the security sector. The boss of the LDA say he knows nothing about all the men Fadiga took on the scene. I know. That's why the people at Anthony Swab say on the back page here of the news. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story this morning. And unprecedented achievement. I'm seeing the boss of the National Port Authority, Sekut Hussein Dukle. Yes, unprecedented achievement reported in what is this? Well, in U.S. Coast Guide IPS maritime reforms. Well, Sekut Hussein Dukle, the face of the National Port Authority, is captured here on the back page this morning of the newspaper.
Yeah, so let's do the in profile daily newspaper. The lead story on the front page: 12 others lack constitutional grounds to dismiss indictment case. Prosecution argues. Well, I'm seeing Samuel Twer here. Capture on the front page of the Profile Daily newspaper, still on the front page. This one says, not true. Senator Moy dismisses pro tem removal plot. Well,
Okay.
Senator Prince Moy is captured here alongside the pro tem Yomli Kanga Lawrence. Say it's not true. There's no plan to remove the pro tem. Again, alleged friend killer arrested in Grand Bassa County. It's a sub-lead story. Senator Joseph wants USAID funded project audited. This is Monserrato County. Senator Joseph is captured on the front page of the Improper Daily. Let's go to the back page. The back page, LMP urges peaceful assembly. Adherence to legal procedures is also on the back page. No lawmaker is your Jesus Christ. A
Oh,
quote, Representative Flomo tells constituents. What was the Representative Flomo?
is it Jan Flomo or Edward Papi Flomo?
No, this one is not Young Flomo. The other Flomo,
Edward Papi
Dana
Flomo.
Nema Flomo.
This respecting.
Dana even Maserati Flomo. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. This Flomo is different. Either from Bonkandi or somewhere. Yeah, Senate props construction companies allege marginalization of Liberian-owned businesses. It's also capacity building training on climate change, climate finance launch, reprioritize, redirect funds. National Civil Society Council of Liberia urges government of Liberia. And yes, I'm seeing Madam Loretta Popkai capture here on the back page of the Improper Daily.
Yes, that does it. That does it. That
Okay.
does it. That does it. Or you won't do one of the people that they call the Oracle.
The Oracle
Yeah, yeah,
News Daily.
yeah. Just try.
Yeah, it's always coming on the
Yeah,
news there now. So it's
yeah.
called the Oracle News Daily. And the motto is reporting the truth to you. Don't talk. Let's see the front page. The front page, is this the front page? Yes, the front page, it says, "Don't talk." In towards men trial, prosecution agrees defendants should not testify on national security spending.
Mm-mm.
So let's go to the back page. The back page, capacity building for finance ministry staff on climate finance is another one. Benefits of registering a ship under the Liberian flag. Well, that's just it for the Oracle News Daily.
Great. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Truth Breakfast Show. It's proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and, of course, Echo Bank Liberia Limited is proud to be associated with Liberia's biggest breakfast show. We cut across the 15 counties in the land and breadth of the Republic of Liberia. If you want to download it, just listen to this as we'll be back in a minute. Well, Truth FM is the heart and soul of Liberia. That's why we cut across the 15 counties in the land and breadth of the Republic of Liberia. After this one.
In your car, your office, the market, and even in your bed, we bring you quality broadcast in news, entertainment. We are widely listened to across the 15 counties. Truth 96.1.
Chef, I was calling from Maryland County. Yes, last Edna Williams, you're calling from Buchanan. Yeah, this is Bobby calling from Sano County. I know it's the matter of my Jonah Johnny from Barber County. Mommy Sherry from Brewer County. I know my name is Wilfred Wilson. I call from Toyota County. Calling from Canterbury County. Calling. Okay, I'm Natana Jackson. I'm calling from Sano. To be specific, civil community. Yeah, my name is Queen's Miller. I'm calling on Imagane. We're calling from Canterbury County. I get your finger clear. Yeah, this is the project. Hello, my name is William. I'm calling from Lightning County. Ibrahim James calling from Granco County.
Truth FM, where national unity begins.
Okay, yes, when National Unity begins. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us again this morning. But let's start out with from um, this multi-choice. Yes, I think it's important that we let the people know what's happening with from the satellite provider. Since we've been calling on LTA to take charge from this satellite issue business, every time and then LTA will cite Orange and the other network throughout. Orange will always cite these two GSM companies. Well, but much is not been put into the satellite provider. When I'm saying satellite, we talk about DSTV, Satcom, on that side, right? So multi-choice Multi-choice South Africa have blocked DSTV Liberia. Failure for what? Not paying bills for 3 months.
Hmm.
Yes, for former presidential candidate, three-time presidential candidate company. Simon Freeman who believe that Joseph Boga is not even doing nothing.
Yo, I didn't do anything.
Joe, we ain't doing nothing. According to Simon Freeman, he said Boga ain't doing nothing. He's not doing nothing. He's not going to achieve nothing. Joe, we have done the worst to Liberia. But meanwhile, multi-choice blocked DSTV Liberia failure for not paying bills for 3 months. So those of you who subscribing, that three things happening. One, if you lucky, your channel will yet be running free. Two, you will recharge, you'll be able to access one or two channel. Three, you can recharge at all. That's more damage there.
Hmm.
Yes. Millions of dollars have been collected. Remember the Big Brother Nigeria came, right? Do you know how much dollars DSTV collected? And they pay the subscription fees very high. Don't tell me the guys at the Telecommunication Authority don't have ears. They say that FCC talk that we're doing every morning. These are Liberians who are paying Satcom monthly subscription fee high. Nana side high. DSTV is worse. No one cares to cite this company and say, look, just screening our Liberian people too much. Why is it the monthly charge too high? But your whole attention is just on telephone communication. That's all. So that information right there. Multi-charge, block DSTV. Marka, they will recharge.
Thank God, say I didn't be attended few days.
But your channel will be free. Hmm?
Thank you.
Be free. So was going stream of time. Let's pass through quickly of the RIA, right? It's confirmed. This thing happened 2 weeks ago. After the show yesterday, I received lots of calls. Security were calling me. Workers were calling. You know how the fire got stopped by the RIA? People, ordinary Liberians help with their bare hands to wastewater to cut off the fire from the runway. There's a truck. But we hit the management down there. The operator truck for the fire service, you send somebody to learn to operate that truck. That truck is not just an ordinary truck. Ordinary drivers just go in that truck and operate it. No, you need someone to be well trained to operate with that fire service truck. You're waiting for another emergency to occur at the Rabat International Airport. Part of the DVUR have burned, and that equipment is used for landing of the plane. For now, no one is talking. We'll stay in the dry season. When the rainy season starts, plane will not be landing. My president, good morning to you, President Boykai. That is what happened at your airport. Let's come to health ministry. The last one will be the AFL and the police. That's the biggest thing there. No airline bring one year that one. The Ministry of Health. Before the Ministry of Health, the business registry. Robert Kali have now turned the business registry into immigration center. If you have your business registry, you register your business 2-3 years, 1 year ago. If you go for renewal, just check in the system. The same information there and print out. So the guy has said, because you have told it to the media, you will hold more certificates. That's the information I got, and it's true. Even my document, I'm holding the message, send out a new document, the police wants that. That's how you have gone. That place not.
But if I'm getting to know that's public office.
Yeah, you know, therefore keep that document. I want it, let it be there. 2-3 years. Yes, I sent in a couple of documents there. My name on it. You just keep it. Says you're going to the media, will seize it. No problem. After some time, we'll change you. Then I will get my document. That place is not immigration center. The business registry. 3 systems down there. The LRA, where you get a tin and go and pay to CBL, and for what? You get a print and get your certificate. But Marka is not working, man.
That's sad. We've been talking about this, and you know, sometimes people want job and you get a job. Sometimes they don't want to do the job, or better still, they want to show too much power, and authority that they are in charge, and they should do it the way they want to do it. But public service is for the people.
Yes,
it's not about you, the head of the institution. The matter of fact, you are a public servant. So I mean, it is sad that people will take over institution, and then at the end of the day, things start to go down instead of improving. This business registration thing, you're not the only person in just the past weeks. couple of persons also called to express a similar view that you've been expressing here concerning what is happening at the business registry. And I thought by this time they should be putting in place measures to ensure that they can fast track their operations
No.
to see that people, when they put in whether for renewal or registration, I mean, they can get it as quickly as possible. We can be in a digital age and we still be doing things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lack of innovation.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely lack of innovation. And I think if this kind of thing persists, then I think people will start to recommend that I think the management team there to be changed.
Yes. So the message us we were talking too much. So you take my own document and put it one side. Keep it, no problem. After we change you, it will still come up. But that place not.
Yeah,
It's not funny. It's
yeah.
funny. 100. Do you know how much $150 is just a renewal? I have a business partner. The guy has said since you guys talking about it, will put his document one. He said to the expediter, just put it down one side. That place, that immigration center. How you raise revenue for government? You just get people certificate piled up. I think we need to send Robert Khaled back to immigration because that place he came from. You fill in one form. You can take almost 2 days to fill in one form. Call it business registration form. That's not immigration form. Let's move on to the health ministry, please. I think for the 8 hours have
Yeah,
elapsed. I think you can
yeah.
elaborate on that.
Yeah. So again, we we try to do some due diligence concerning this issue. Like we said, for the period of the week, the ministry has remained tight-lipped on this matter. They haven't officially responded or in any way responded to the claims made by the general manager of Kingdom
Kingdom.
Business Incorporated, Mr. Swansea Fala, concerning manipulating procurement and bidding processes, projects at the Ministry of Health. He made, in fact, specific reference to the mental health facility in Bentor, rural Masorado County, which the company that it felt was favored in the entire bidding process finally came out to win that contract. The interior perspective, different bidding processes went on, and then they continued to sense foul play. Companies who were qualified, they were placed aside, and even they were increasing the bid, the contract amount for other companies that they favor to be able to get the contract finally. And in some cases, it happened. The project in the health ministry compound itself. Okay, he made mention of these things, accusing the minister of being the one favoring companies in the sector and manipulating the bidding processes in favor of the companies that she favors. So we've said this, and well, we say let's do the ministry due diligence, give them for the 8 hours. Maybe they'll come out officially to respond to what Mr. Fala
Which of course
has said. So they have refused to do so. They are not responding to any form of communication. So by Monday, by Monday, we will start to discuss this thing now with the documents, with papers, and how certain bid documents were altered just to favor some companies. And like we said on yesterday, and we've been saying these few days, if we say we come to government with transparency to ensure accountability, and then we go about, one of the callers called the last time and mentioned clearly that government is using almost 60% of the budget on procurement. Yes, on procurement. But then, and he mentioned that that is where the actual corruption is, and people are not taking note. Yes, because people manipulate contracts, award contracts to companies that they have interest in, and take kickbacks. So how you don't expect us to believe it when a witness, if I'm not a witness, a victim.
Let's give that example. Like for those of you who just following this discussion, right? Couple of bidders went for a bid from the Ministry of Health. So while they were waiting, then
when they went to do the sightseeing,
yeah. So the Ministry of Health vehicle started to count. One of the bidders already in the same Ministry of Health vehicle, the interior one.
Yeah.
Interior perspective. One of the bidders already in the vehicle coming.
Yeah, being escorted by the ministry. Assistant Minister for Administration.
Yes. Escorting one of the bidders already in the same vehicle. Yeah, man.
And when the other companies raised the issue, the sense, they were suspicious. How come
Yeah.
we all competing for something, and
Yeah.
then like for example, Arsenal and Barcelona going play,
Then the
then
referee for us
the
the
Arsenal players are in the referee car,
in referee car.
yeah,
Yeah.
carrying
Yeah.
them on the feet.
Yes.
So, and the race issue is about how come, and then
Mhm.
the ministry justified that interior perspective does not have the kind of vehicle that's supposed to carry them to the scene
Ah.
where the contract supposed to be happening. The contract is supposed to be doing using air moving equipment, trucks, and other things, but you don't have the first vehicle that will take you to that place.
So that's what there.
And then their suspicion actually came to pass when interior perspective finally won the bid for the contract, won the
Yes.
contract.
Yes.
And again, this thing is in twofold. The PPCC has a role to play seriously because when there's bidding for contract and any of the bidders have issue and complain to the PPCC, they're supposed to call for all of the documents,
Yes.
all the bidding document review, and then you can make decision on the other companies complaint or the other parties complaint. But according to Mr. Fala, I mean, PPCC, the panel is set up to do the investigation.
They make it like a cold
They
room.
say that courtroom, you go, they ask you to come with a lawyer, they citing people, and obviously, some ministers or public officials who have what we call skeleton in their closet, when you cite them to anything that they know it will involve some kind of investigation, they will never come.
Yeah.
They can't, they will not,
They prefer send the
they
lawyer.
will not come. That's why even at some point in time when serious issues happen in their sector, you invite them even on the show to provide information and education for the public. They will not come also.
Sure.
Because they are afraid you ask them about their corruption behavior.
Yeah, so the Ministry of Health, this is not good for you. But by Monday, we'll come up with all of the documents. Look, PPCC2 having problem. I think Budget Scott Johnson is not doing well. With all the funny procurement processes, even someone that have not been awarded the contract, they still have the right to know as to what level they didn't receive, the contract was not awarded to them. I mean, why are you kind of doing this kind of thing? But let's get up to our last talking point: the Armed Forces of Liberia versus the EFL last night. There are some network. The broadcast last night was somehow ugly on most of the networks. I have to say we had a serious war or also tension in the country. People calling everywhere what's happening between the AFL and the police. But let me just start with the story. And I want to blame the police first. And also I'll blame the army forces as well. A good AFL, the issue a release. Have you seen the release? Yeah, just go to that page there. So the police officer of recent, Gregory, most of your police are not behaving professionals. This thing started, or AFL man in the how do you say mufti, right? Color clothes on a motorbike and then pulled over by the police. The man trying to identify himself, taking out his ID card, another police officer came from the back and started to beat this AFL guy and put him in the back of the pickup. The highest started. Some of you didn't follow the story. Beat him, gave him normal day beating, and put him in the trunk of the pickup. The pickup pulled up with him, and when the men have called back on the base, more than 5, 6, 7 hours later, late evening, more than 3 pickups of the armed forces came on the same scene where this soldier was beaten, badly beaten, put into the pickup. And when they arrived, there was no answer and question. Any police officer they see, they start to beat them massively. Look, see policemen running yesterday. Then I said to myself, oh my God, no coordination in the security sector. Civilian chanting, we want army, we want army. That's what the same yesterday. The police, when you pull someone over, let the person identify themselves. Even the cyclists you're running behind nowadays, let the person identify themselves. The men trying to identify the higher team started up, but I also want to condemn what the soldier did 2 years ago. That's not right to come up from the barrier and perform in the kind of manner. You people should work as a one sector, the security sector, the security advice. Kofi Woods, where are you? Gregory came on the same. The chief of staff also was on the scene, the defense minister. The damage was already done. And the international world watching, the army and the police clashing. Social media taking viral. That's disgrace to our country. When you wear the uniform, the badge is on you, the respect. Now they don't even respect the police. I'm sorry to say that. If you graduate from the police academy, somebody grab anyway. I mean, this thing here. So let's see what the army, what the chief of staff have said. Yeah, issued a press release on late last night.
Yeah, so the issue this press release late last night, and it is from the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia, Major General Davidson F. Follett. And they say he condemns the unauthorized attack and use of force by unidentified military personnel
Mhm.
against a police officer, and hereby calls for calm as investigation is on way. So it says it can be recalled that early Wednesday evening on 26 February 2025, some unidentified military personnel allegedly attacked a police officer at the SD Cooper Road Junction for reasons not yet established.
Mhm.
This action by these unidentified, they stay using the word unidentified,
Yes.
unidentified AFL personnel
Mhm.
acting on their own and not sanctioned by the high command of the AFL is concerning and required swift intervention, as was seen by the arrival of senior officers of the AFL and the LMP on the scene to de escalate the situation to restore calm. The high command of the AFL calls for calm and assures the public that it is in active communication with national security authorities to ensure that this situation stays under control. Meanwhile, an immediate investigation
Mhm.
by the Provost Marshal and the Legal Affairs Unit of the Armed Forces of Liberia have been launched to establish the facts. The AFL remains a force for good.
A force for good, right?
Yes,
It's signed by
and it's signed
okay.
by Major Eldorado Nyanti Jabo, Acting Chief of Public Affairs, Armed Forces of Liberia. Yes,
Yes, and by now we should expect a release also from the police. The police have not done any release. I'm checking back and forth.
yeah, I'm not seeing any release
Yes,
from
the
the
police
police.
should have had a release all by now. You know.
Yeah, so
But
Onu, just briefly, I think this particular incident is very much embarrassing.
very much.
It is embarrassing, and I don't know this thing. I've heard before that sometimes normally there will be clashes between the police and the AFL. I think some years ago, similar thing happened somewhere in Pinsway around Red Light area,
Mhm.
and I think this is not the right thing to do. I think the police should be a professional force, while the army also should be a very professional force.
Mhm.
So when there are issues that borders on people's rights, what do we do?
Mhm.
Okay, we seek the course of the law. Okay, if for example that army personnel who was reportedly wearing mufti
Mhm.
or
Mhm.
ordinary clothes has in any way violated any law, I think the police were being very polite, and professional in engaging him instead of
Yes.
going brutal.
Mhm.
Now, after that, the army too is coming back to retaliate. This is I'm sorry to say, but this is a wartime behavior.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's not a good one.
yeah, that's not a good one.
That's not a good
It
one.
was during the wartime where they say the Malaysia did something, they say, the other group of people going there to go retaliate. So, I mean,
That's not a good one.
it's not a good one. We
So
want
I
want to
think
discourage that.
yes,
When you firstly,
yes, let's condemn that.
yes, we want to condemn that.
That's the smartest way the army have responded to the social media
Yes.
with this release.
So we want
Mhm.
that investigation for the army. I trust them. They will do
Yeah,
this
they will do it. They
investigation.
will do it.
And our condemnation doesn't go to the high command of the army, because
The people acted on their
as
own.
as you
I call
listen
it.
to the
Mhm.
release,
Mhm.
in fact, they don't know exactly who even gave the order, who were those soldiers that form part of it.
Yes.
So that's why they have launched an investigation. So that investigation will be done, the reports will be made public, and punitive action must, I'm not saying should, I said punitive action must be taken, so that the Liberian people will know that this army is a wild force for good.
Yes, great. So
For
before
which the people have known the army for over the period of time.
yes, I still respect the army, but
Yes.
that was overdue. So I'm sensing some change with breaking comment. You see what even the LDA here has said.
Mm.
The man that went with Fadiga, he don't even know on whose instruction. So We need people to take charge. Look, the president have appointed you all. You have to take charge. That's embarrassing thing for our country. The social media just went viral.
One negative news to another.
Oh man. We're thinking about the motorcyclists how to settle that issue. Then another thing just pop up in his way. It's not good for our country, man.
I mean, it's like a negative news overshadowing the performance of the government itself.
Yes, yes.
Like I even said yesterday, we know that this administration is greatly slipping off on public relations. They've sat back outly and allow negative news to overshadow whatever the government will do or is doing. So at the end of the day, and people really thought that these quote unquote veterans from the early administration who came in the communication sector who have harmonized government communication, ensure and that they could run the public relation of the government in a way that Ellen did, to the extent that when people were criticizing her for maybe different things, she was being awarded the Nobel Peace Laureate in 2011.
Yeah.
And big things were happening on our watch. And the media was giving a good story, the positive stories about the Liberian people out there. Today, government officials who have communication departments in their various ministries, agencies, and commissions, they are using our Facebook accounts to run their offices.
So, for example, right now, right?
In fact, almost all of them on you.
I feel sorry for some of our colleagues who are PRs.
Yes.
Because the PR are not more than you.
They are disrespected.
Yes.
So, I don't know whether they even got any kind of.
Let's use one example, right? For example, the water and sewer, right?
Water and sewer.
The
managing director is the PRO for the institution.
Yeah, more Ali would not cares. You will just do your own post and forget for the PR.
Yeah, so now 400% comment me already.
Yeah, so but let me just do one good thing, right? Joseph Boykai opened a fossil in Bapolo. For me, I'm not looking at whether that small hand point or that tiny hand point open. But the fact of the matter, water have gone to Bapolo for the very first time, running water, right? But Mo Ali, on the other hand, it's good that our president took our president from Monrovia to Bapolo. To turn on running water is a good thing. Just to the public a favor, tell us how much you spend. That's all, for transparency's sake. Because you see, the project is not being talked about no more. The debate is not about the project. The debate is about the 250,000 that was Larry said he spent. That's all the people need to know. I mean, yes. Let's move on. Yeah, but the PRs are already suffering.
You said to no. You said to you're rushing more. That's also. Yeah,
the money.
You're rushing more. They just dedicated the water yesterday. Your one project called Project Report. No, you're rushing more. You're getting more chance. That one about kind of in defense of more. Yeah, you're rushing more. The first thing, the reason your people are demanding about project costs right now is in the first place, in the first reaction that came from people who are demanding now project costs was that this project was not anything for the president to go dedicate. That's the first.
No, for me, I would not say that.
Okay,
Boycott turning out the fossil. I mean, water going to the county for the first time. For me, I mean, that's a good thing. Water is life, right? But the cost of the project, I mean, it's fair enough for transparency's sake. People have been removed from the position because of audit and financial malpractices and all of it.
You can't dedicate a project today and present.
Okay, you present. You do it tonight. You do it tonight.
Y'all get a man a quarter. The man will do project report. Y'all stop that thing, man.
Great. So I'm sorry we can't get the lines activated for you to talk to your leader, Melton Yoko. Melton, let's call his name good. He was raised up by one. No, you are read up by one. You know, you are read up.
By whom?
But what of the what of the
that one used to walk and go to school and no one been able to play wherever with it.
Yes. Look, as we close up on our talking points, we want our country to be a great country. The people who are PRs at your various ministry, autonomous agency, you're overlooked them too much.
Go to LDA, the public affairs department by looking there and say that the place they get passed. So
the PR part, nobody get that. No. I'll name 5 areas they don't have time for the PR. The LDA that one.
No car
that two.
Water and sewer.
Water and sewer.
What is the managing director that PR would have forget? The person that they buy just taking free.
The Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Veteran, yeah, post us there.
Ministry of Health.
Ministry of Health by words. The PR, they are in the office, so they go there.
MFL, they can just do press releases.
MFL only come when the Director General is said.
What are the media people that carrying it have radio station again. What are you using? What are you not using?
I should be PR for no car. I be
Ministry
working.
of Finance, the same thing. They
Oh,
just do press release and just be sending it.
well, yeah, yeah.
What
Finance
finance
ministry
minister,
worse.
they can do 18 press release per week.
Yes, just sending it.
Just sending it
Everything that got one picture of you in the finance ministry.
Oh, yeah. I think the radio stations in the country that water they running on. You didn't see
Then
what
the new one, my man Maxwell Grace say you launched the SOE. Eh? Yes, say one press release there. Isn't that radio station that water you put in the generator?
You didn't see what I think we go to where King Gray to go take water and put in generator. Yeah. You put yourself together, man. How early will you'll be there? I'm disappointed, man.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed. In public relations, I'm disappointed in the information minister. I'm disappointed in even the finance minister. I'm disappointed.
The information ministry if I ain't get money, but
the executive management press. I won't say disappointment. Say I'm embarrassed.
Oh,
executive management press. I'm embarrassed. All the press releases they can issue, just go there, express commitment, everything a commitment. So that only commitment the government can do.
Yeah, committed.
I'm disappointed, man.
We move. Can we move?
If you listen to, just be listening to news. Anything you hear committed, the government committed, the administration committed, that executive management.
And let me say this, yeah.
Those
of you in the opposition don't feel like that easy route for you 2029. Yeah, the government message we're coming by, we're coming by. I just saying something because I know some people just falling and say, yeah, Boga will fail and will come back. One that Simon Firma goes to the poor DSTV team. But the next time Simon Firma have a press conference, let me end my statement with Simon Firma. Simon Firma don't have a press conference and say Boga doing this, Boga doing that. Because your own DSTV, you can manage it well.
Yeah, that one or two.
The other people won't.
Yeah, the other one is
the other people won't. Some people have been in a motorbike situation and take the glory.
Yeah.
In that way.
But Onu, if things continue the way it is going, the people will come back. You know what the Liberian people are believing now? Because of the negative news that is overshadowing this entire administration, the Liberian people believe that the past administration was better.
Another person,
it is resonating with the people. When you trust me, it is resonating with the Liberian people.
Another the PR, the LTA. The Patrick Hunter ready yet take place. If you know LTA.
If you want to know anything, just go to Punch page.
Milton, thank you so much for your patience, man. That tell you say if you become lawmaker in District 6, you'll be a good lawmaker.
You're spoiling Ellen name, Ellen Trinho.
Milton, good morning. People coming for the morning.
Yeah.
Like DSTV, you can recharge. I'm maybe talking that day.
No, but I have the money to recharge, but because the issue that's happening with multi-choice. No, I'm not serious, no. And you know now.
There's the whole that's even people against sleep. You're thinking, but how you pay? You owe multi-choice about 3 million. You pay that money. Can't order subscription fee high.
Just say probably will not run campaign. You will not run again. Thank you, you have multi-choice.
This is serious people can say, look, Boga have feared the government. You can pay a subscription fee, but you question government. Don't we have mess the country or that's even from you? Milton, good morning to you. Nah, man. Patient lawmaker incoming, man. When they've been putting on the screen, like, bro, those of you watching the Facebook, this is the incoming lawmaker of district number
6, Moserado County.
Does it end us?
Yeah, it's not anything to argue about. It's not anything to talk about it because it's clear. Excuse me. Many times the people are told.
But and that's you contest. You know, imagine
during election time, they told me some people were clear to me. They told me that this time they want to give Honorable Enders the second chance because they have a culture and tradition in the district that they normally give 2 terms to a lawmaker. And as a son of the district, as a just hold my heart. All the night we go to the community and ask the people, they will tell you that we are promising and we told him we will give in the district. And not because they will just give it to me, because I'm competent, I'm qualified, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do so that I can serve as the leader. Wherever they send me, I go and serve them. Currently, as I speak to you, I am the only young person in the district or someone who contested in the district that is still doing the same thing I was doing in the community. I still go around. I was involved with development of young people, giving opportunity to young children to travel from Liberia to America, to Europe, to other countries on sports and education, which I'm still doing. I also responsible for helping the women, the children, sending a lot of them to school. As I speak to you, a few days ago, I was in King Gray, where the women in King Gray had a program. I gave them 50,000, and I just worked on Emma Campbell, the Muslim school, right? to Rehab Junction there to meet the teachers. I spoke to them. I know how money with me. I gave them 20,000 like $1. Yesterday, the Woofy, Triple A Woofy, they having an election. I walked there yesterday and gave them 20,000, and I'm also going to give 50,000 to those who will win the election for the inauguration program. And I'm doing a lot of things in the community. Stay putting young people together, stay sending people to school, stay fighting for the right of the common people. And these are things I'm doing in the community. And I'm the one you can see. I'm the only person visible in the community. All the other people who contested in the district, they are going back into a cover, getting prepared. You know, everybody will wait for election time. And what I tell my people every day, one of the reasons for which I didn't win the election, a lot of people told me I didn't have money. And I agreed to that. I didn't have the money to give it to them. So some of the reason why they thought people have money was someone will go around, the small one will give it to them. While other people are packing their own, saving it. During election time, they come and give it to them. Yeah, I will contest.
Okay, so let's go to the main issue. I know the election thing, one of these days you'll still become lawmaker.
I will become representative for Liberia, and the way I will make my district, I want to turn our district to a second heaven.
Wonder what Ender's doing?
No, Honorable Ender's playing his part. He's doing what he's able to do.
Let's still praising Ender. So how you replace Ender?
Man, I'm not praising the man. Let me tell you something, right? There is something that he's doing, but if I'm given the opportunity, I will do more than what he's doing.
So if he goes to contest for the third term, what happens with you?
If he's contesting, I will still contest. That does not mean the people. I can't betray the people trust. The people have decided for me to go for the second time so that I can be their lawmaker. So if Honorable Ender say he's contesting, I will still contest. If the people come back to me and say, Yoko, we don't want you to contest because we want to get 18 years to Honorable Enders, I will not tell them no. I want to work with my people, so I need to listen to my people. It is vote that make you to be who you want to be. So I don't want to fight anybody. This is what we do in this country. At the end of the day, when we excel to leadership, the people do start to fight up. I will not fight people. I will continue to do what I'm able to do. I know my people will be convinced based upon what I'm doing and the capability of me to serve them. So trust me, O'Neil, if I don't become representative 2029, anything I tell you, O'Neil, don't believe it. The only thing I never had 2029 was I didn't have the money. Election is money. There is nothing separate to say there is no money for election. As I speak to you right now, I got potential people behind me who waiting to support me, and they have already started supporting me. I had the support of Reverend Ludo Tappet. He's the chairman of United Party. That's my part. I also have the support. Chief, nothing with Chief.
Let's move on to the issue. The cyclist. Yeah, this motorcyclist. What I'm noticing right now, there are two different things happening. One group is in favor, another group is asking the police to leave this no-go zone. We'll just tell the 2 hours ultimatum. For me, I'm calling for the police to sit on the round table. Let's have the best way out. What's your take?
Thank you very much. Firstly, I want to say thank you to the motorcyclists, and I also want to say thank you to the national government. I personally believe that we need not to protest. We need to keep talking. This is why some of us have come to the radio to talk, because we are always in the interest of the common people, those who are struggling. I'm a struggling kid. I was a struggling kid before I became who I am. I live in a struggling community that I see a lot of young people struggling. So I see how they fight to get a daily bread. So every time there is something against the young people or the struggling community, I try to come to the public to talk about it. There is no need to stop legitimate motorcyclists from going to town. Because, first of all, to be clear with you, I let it be straight to everything I say. The few days as I drive to go to town, I enjoy the traffic. There is no motorcycle in the traffic. You don't feel too much pressure for them. But then I had to ask myself a question. I have a car to carry me to town. But how many Liberians have a car to carry them to town? So because I'm comfortable driving my car to go to town, I should not think about the other people who cannot afford to go to town. Traffic on our road many days. Children who go into school when they are late is the motorbike that take them to school. So if you are stopping legitimate motorbike, those who went and registered their motorbike and have all their paper to be able to drive to go to town, to ride to go to town, you are stopping them from going to town. Some of them are John Susu, they need to put their Susu. Some of them are riding people motorbike, they need to pay back for that motorbike. You understand? So to just stop them abruptly, you are putting them into serious crisis. So I come here today to talk to national government, to give the opportunity to the legitimate motorcyclists. The people bring revenue to this country. Right now, you say you are taking portion of the budget that Liberia have. The motorcyclists, if they register and pay for what they're supposed to pay for, It can also help to reduce some of those pressures on us. Government should be able to create opportunity to raise money, not to create opportunity to bring chaos in this country. So I'm saying the legitimate motorcyclists should be qualified to go to town, to go to wherever they want to go. If they have a lesson, if they register, they got an insurance. They should be able to go because it is the way of life right now by many Liberians. So there is no need for people to do politics with this thing. We're talking about the survivability of our people. So if it is for our people to survive, we need to do everything as leaders in this country. During campaign time, doing the current president, let me be very frank. The current president, during the launch of the campaign at ATS, motorbike road people on that road. There were a lot of motorbikes that were on that road that carry people for the campaign launch. Oh, today the people have become the mansion, the truck that built the mansion, the truck and buying from the mansion. Those same motorbikes were carrying people to town when there was no way for car to go. So why today we are stopping them? I feel for them. That's why I have come this morning to talk to national government. I don't want people to do politics with this. This is not political issue. It is about our people. It is about the food they need to put on their table. It is about the people they are taking care of. It is about those who are supposed to go and rob that are riding motorbike. So I've come today to also talk to government so that they can take some speedy action towards that.
So yesterday we spoke to some of the leaders in the sector. They said they've been engaged with various relevant institutions. They even have a meeting scheduled on the demand for the government to reconsider the ban. However, we saw other groups petitioning government institutions marching the streets on yesterday, and according to report, these groups are supported by the CDC. You recall the CDC Youth League issue a press statement saying that it will stand by the cyclists and demand that a change be done or they take to the street in protest. What do you say to that?
Thank you very much. In leadership, they got something they call if the ear of the people is not willing to hear certain things, don't say it. So what am I trying to say in short? If this government want to be responsible enough, they should not give chance to opposition to use their mistakes. Because that's the work of the opposition. The work of the opposition is to use the mistake of those in power so that they can be able to change them. Because human being as a whole quick to forget about the past. Today, you hear a lot of people saying it was better we bring Joria back. The number of people that go to the ballot to vote are the motorcyclists. They are the ones who go to the ballot to vote. So if the government takes a decision that is not in the interest, other people will want to use that to add that they are standing for them when they did not stand for them when they were in power. So they use when you are falling down. Anybody who comes to your aid, they become your friend. For example, the 1989 war, the rebel who has started from Grand Jide, who has started from Cape Man, but why you think they started from Nima County? Because according to history, the people of Nimba County was going through torture by the government at that time. So it was easy for Chatro and other people to just pass in Nimba County and tell the people, say, we are come to help to deliver you. All the men in that country were going to stand up to fight. So what I'm saying is that if the government made mistake, you got more than 10,000 motorcyclists in this country and make them to cry every day. The other side of the people will go and add that they are in their interest and stand for them. So government should bring up policy that will not bring noise. You don't take certain decision abruptly. If you can't change your people will change you. Because look at what is happening now, my big brother. I'm a little bit confused. Every day I lie down my bed, I cry for Liberia. Today, the motorcyclists are two groups. Today, the legislators are two groups. Today, the security are more than two groups. Everybody fighting each other. The citizens are already two groups. They got a good citizen and a bad citizen. So it shows to us that under the leadership of this government, this country has been divided into several groups. So right now, President Marka is supposed to lift up his sleeves now and stand up to unite this country by taking some serious decisions against leaders so that things can be done the right way. Today, the two groups you are talking about, one group is there that working with government. Do you expect them to stand up and talk the truth? No. John Kenyon and his group, John Kenyon is employed with his government. So do you expect John Kenyon to say anything that will affect this government? No. And the other guy too, they were in power, they moved there. Oh, do you expect them to come and talk good for the other people too? No. So what we need to do is when we say this is what we will do as a government, we should stand by what we will do and it should be done the right way. People should be served notice. And before time comes, you can cancel it. You can't just, because of two-person attitude, you can't just wake up in the morning and say, you do transfer aggression. Transfer aggression, somebody does something wrong, then you take it and pay back on different persons. Somebody went and misbehaved as a motorcyclist. They went, they burned a car or they fought somebody. I did not know about it. I wait on my horse. I pay my money. Then you stop at me now. You punishing me now. It is wrong. So the two groups, whether it's political or it's not political, the thing about it is that when you make mistake, your mistake, they play your right hand, they play somebody else right begin. So if you make mistake, other people will use your mistake to capitalize on it to achieve their goal.
What do you say to the cyclists themselves? For example, this entire thing was triggered by the accident that happened around Slipway. Their reaction to it led to where we are today. So, what do you say to the cyclists themselves?
Before I speak to the cyclists, Marka, I want you to know in this entire country, the violence is too much in Liberia, and everyone who sits in traffic has some kind of mental problem. Even the people who drive in car, if they had about the reason why those who drive in car are not burning car because some people can be in a car, they want to get down to go burn car. But the motorbike is easy, they can burn your car and run away with it. So some people in car, their attitude don't even represent people who in car. It's like everybody some kind of way is traumatized until when you even driving, somebody just come from nowhere. When they see traffic in front of you, then they blow you one behind you. You see traffic in front of me, you blow you one behind me. You understand? And people get down and slapping people in the traffic. I'm against the attitude of Liberians who misbehave in traffic, not the motorcyclists. The motorcyclists have a group of elements who are not correct. And we need to know those who are in that area, we should know that the attitude is most of them are ex-fighters, some of them are veteran youth, some of them are disadvantaged youth, some of them are people who are struggling. And you know when people feel that they are entitled to certain things and they don't receive it, you just say anything to them is violent. Today, Marka, in this country, when you even walking on the street, you tell somebody that money drop. They want to turn around and fire you for it, but when load they see that money drop, I thought they will take it up. Because they tell your money drop, they tell you the one for you already. But when they turn around and see that money drop, then they will take it and say thank you. That's how bad Liberia is now. So there are motorcyclists who misbehave. I don't support the idea. It's wrong. There is no need for people to start burning cars around here. This is why some of our young people stay using platform and talking to our colleagues. And this is why when you continue to give some opportunity to serve the country, it will be good for us. This is our generation. Any mistake to give old people too much opportunity to serve all aspects of our generation, it will give a tough time. If our representative walk to the motorcyclists right now and tell them, say they think your day, it will not correct. Let it be the way, let it be the way. They will know that one of their friends, young person who have power, has come to speak to them. I will not only speak for them, I will always speak to them when they do the wrong thing. So it's wrong to be burning car. If the guys can hit my car, they can bust my car. Many times I just let them go by their business because you go touch something, the whole group will get very encounter you. So I want to ask one question. Somebody said they are careless, somebody said they are rude. But those people that are saying they are careless, the motorcycle are careless, the motorcycle are rude, their children can be cursing them in their own house. The one that they born, the one that they feed, the one that they send to school can be insulting them in their own house. But they say the motorcyclists are careless. But are they seeing motorbike when they in the traffic, when the doctors going to work, when there's too much traffic, they park their car, get on motorbike and go to the job and save life. They see motorbike when you go into your office, you're supposed to sign document. When the traffic there, you get on motorbike, you go and sign the document. I was carrying one of the kids to the embassy one time. We reached a common time, there was too much traffic, and the kid had an interview. I parked my car, I took that kid, we got on the motorbike, we went to the embassy, and the kid did that interview. By the grace of God, that kid is in the United States today. Frank Pa, from Maryland County that we brought to Maserati here. He's in the United States today. If we never had motorbike at that time and meet that child, going to miss the opportunity of the interview. So motorcycle has contributed a lot in this community. We should keep talking to the people. We should keep training them. We should keep managing with them. You don't get bad boys to throw your bad child. So what I want to tell government is, if you want to put money that motorbike should not go into at all, let's give them time. Those who bought who register their bike, those who pay money for them to go to town, because they started bluffing their friends. Because I registered my bike almost $150 to get my ID card, to get everything. It's almost $150. I can go pay that money. Then me and my friend who don't want to register to pay taxes to government come back to the same place. You understand? It's wrong. So government should see into this. What are two groups, no two groups, government should see how they can settle this. What are people, motorcyclists are rude or they are not rude, government also see they are the children of government. Now they see rude men was saying, Jawia, run away, Jawia, move from here. Now they see motorcycle was saying, Joseph Boga, you sleeping. Now they see motorcycle can be saying, when talk about election, we put gasoline in their bike and they ride in front of we going ahead. Now they see motorcyclists time for election, we can organize tournament for them. Racing motorcycle can be holding people for campaign 3-3. We shouldn't be treating it like that. It's hurt me a lot. And the day God bless me, I become a servant in this country. I will make sure that those who are struggling will get opportunity. My reason for fighting to go to power is to give opportunity to the common people. I get disappointed those who come from among the common people and get to power, then they forget about the common people. You can't be always the play where they try to build a mansion, they try to pay for the mansion anymore. Don't do that.
Mm. Yeah, so again, I don't know whether you addressed that question. What do you say to the cyclists themselves? I know you.
I addressed it. I've been talking to them. I've organized a lot of program for the motorcyclists. Even at the Right to Play, I had a program there. And one time, UNICEF had a program. They also called me. And that's what I tell God, thank you for. They invited me in there. I went there. I spoke to the guys. My brother, what I'm telling you is, Rome was not built in one day time. So these guys got their attitude. And the attitude, we can work with it. We can build them up. We can continue refining them different ways. Let's get different rules. Let's get different criteria that will make more people qualified and competent. What I'm saying to you is that even those who drive in car, some of them are more reckless than even some people who ride motorbike. I've been opportunity to have a motorbike rider who had told me, say, you sat down good. I said, yes. He said, what speed limit do you want me to drive on? I will not speed with my back. That's my policy. If you want run to go where you are, then get down and take another motorbike. I asked him, I said, are you a motorcyclist? He said, yes, I am a motorcyclist, but I believe that my life is important. My children depending on me. I have sat on another motorbike. The guy continued to speed with me, no limit. And I told him to put me down. I got down. So among those bad apples, there are still good apples. My point is, we shouldn't be doing transfer aggression. We should feel for our people. Government should talk for the people. Government should work for the people.
for example, and uh, they are so much disappointed in Uganda. The police have become too brutal to the extent that they are not enforcing the law, but they are using the law to intimidate. So let's take for example, you cannot keep provoking someone time into time. The man-handle motorcyclists, the electric motorcyclists, all they do on a regular basis to use these road checkpoints, stop motorcyclists, and then demand certain amount of money from them, and this money they are demanding from motorcyclists, they don't go to government revenue, they go for
How are they demanding money from motorcyclists?
let's say for example, right now, motorcyclists are to be happy across the nation about 5 different documents that the government needs for them, that police have to make sure these motorcyclists have in their possession. Now, they understand that more motorcyclists okay, say you don't get a motorcycle document on you today, or say you don't have a letter, you're not getting on you, okay, you have to give me 1,005. I'm going to negotiate with Marka and tell him, Marka, this is what I can afford. And then Marka say, whatever I can get to him, I'm on my business. But instead of enforcing the law by telling project, no, project, your bank is going to be in power at the station, you are going to go to government revenue, deposit the money, and then you're going to go through the process.
So to avoid all that embarrassment, why can't you just do the right thing as a cyclist?
So the issue here is that you guys have been law, it's not being enforced by Marka.
Okay, Claudia, thank you. Let's take another person. We'll take just 2 more calls. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka. Let me say good morning to Mr. Yoko. My name is Moses.
Go ahead.
I think she's distracted. You know, the other day, my husband was here. For going and I thought she said something like that. Around there when my uncle was going to eat it, he said, woman, yeah, I wonder, you know, that young people. Christian is saying, hey, my dear woman is here for my brother. In that place, of God here to come back. No one cares. So, my brother, sorry for the pleasure. So people is saying something like that. That's how these are you all in this country. Now the motorcycle we're talking about. Now for you see these guys, one of the things I always talk about is that if I'm no more motorcycles. These guys are not being regulated. They are not being free.
Yes.
These guys are being regulated for job workshop for them. The police came out and tell me buy you buy. ERW Johnson, the guy will come in and try the guy.
Yes.
Don't do that.
All right. Let me take the last person now. Yes, because of time. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Morning.
And let me say very good morning to you again. My name is Father Lady, and I call from Bishop 20.
Okay.
You know, the city gets ready all. For me, I'm very, very, very confident of the color. Motorcycle is very, very important. Let's start with the laboratory content first. In 1 year, someone, we are doing 53 buses. You think all of us can complete the buses. How many buses are there? How many buses running to town in Monrovia? So, the situation must be studied of the local very careful. Somebody said the mayor is fronting for the motorcyclists because no political ambition. That is a very lazy argument. The election is nearly 5 years away.
Yeah.
So everything you do is for anybody who is working now, it makes the interest of the people. Now, if you say motorcycles will leave the street with the amount of program after the register, now you know what we're talking about? We increase the hardship in this country. 1, 2, we talk about a potential threat to the security of this country. Now, if you have the guys going back to the community, maybe if the motorbike in the drug community will increase and you find out that they're making 2,000 a day, the time maybe gathering, depending on the you are happening to us, the guy so we talk about I like to join him and I agree with him on the serious direction trying to call on the government to reconsider the decision because this is not in the interest of the people.
But why you're not cautioning the cyclists too?
When we were found the horizon,
Because the guy can carry people to far places, so they should be untouchable. The law should not apply. The law should not apply to them.
No, not just that. There will always be some bad people on the book. If you were to take the accident rate and do it on the general perspective, you get to know that 70% of the accident rate on the motorcycle, they are then on the basis of those bigger transportation. And the guys are not held liable. But what we need is to build the capacity, is to increase the capacity.
Okay, thank you, man. Because of time, we'll leave it
So
at that.
the cyclists were chanting, we don't want tea. Something I saw.
Coming there. They said, we want police, we want army.
No, the cyclists. Hold on. We don't want tea. Something.
They want rabbi.
Wait 4-5 seconds. Just stop calling. We're not picking any calls again. Yes, but we want the police to settle this matter. Sit on a round table. 4-5 seconds, please. I would like to play this. What the cyclist was chanting, and it was heavily escorted by the LMP on yesterday, which of course I really admire. Here's the audio I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they want hustle.
Yeah, we want hustle.
We want
We don't
hustle.
want steal.
Yeah.
So this was done with the Harley escorted by the LMP. We want hustle,
Yeah.
and we don't want steal. They're telling you,
Mm-hmm.
if you're a lie, then we'll start to do the other
Yeah, they're already telling you. So
When you steal, when the consequence catch you,
yeah, but anyway,
yeah.
no, go ahead. Sorry.
So let me tell you something. You know, one thing I've noticed about this country, when something is not against you, like Bremen, I don't have time for it. I don't need motorbike. I got car. It takes me to where I want to go.
But that's an OPS. You need a bike.
Let's just put that aside. I can still manage and maintain it to go there.
Okay.
And I'm surviving my motorbike. Okay. But other people in the community surviving my motorbike. Majority of the population surviving my motorbike. Someone say the people can break out, they can do this. So we should take them from the street. Okay, let's go move the army from the barrier now. And they beat one of their friends too. So they too go, they start beating people. So let's move the army too now. When people don't get justice, they look for their own justice. The motorcyclists, when people hit them, nothing comes from all of the feet. I want to go to the police people, they will not get the justice they need.
What's the best solution?
So
now?
the best solution is the rule of law should come in place where national government will look into these people's case when somebody run them. Somebody say, because I want to be represented, what I'm talking for, I don't have to. On you.
Yeah, but you have to be represented a bad thing.
But not bad thing, but about the people say, these are some of the struggle. These are some of the struggle that people going through. They all day you kind of say you want liberated people. When you get it, you put too much pressure on them. So my point here is, if you say because the motorcyclists are bad, so would you take them from the street? Some of you are not put your children in outside that doing ugly thing in your house. If we say the motorcyclists are bad, then why would you take them? Or they're not going to move the army from the barrier. The army there yesterday, they just arrested one of their friends, put them in car, the army came outside and start beating police people. So you think that motorcycle have the power in their hand, will not beat police the same way? That's what will happen. So that put the army put outside now. Because when you do things to people consistently and there is no redress, the people will take action. Someone was saying because the army feel